So I'm working on this chassis. This chassis is based off the Helldivers, as you can see, it's playing here. Helldivers 2. And it's I believe it's the backpack which carries the autocannon shells, which this is what I'm working on. I modeled the whole thing. I try to do as best replica as possible. I did a few changes. As you can see, I added these brackets here to hold the radiator, because the radiator will sit on the inside. That's what I did. But this is 3D printed, and the way I'm connecting everything is also by inserts. So I'm doing inserts to connect this. So basically that's what I'm gonna do now. I was gonna do the inserts after I paint it, but I guess it won't hurt if I install them now. I don't think it's a problem. So these inserts are 3mm small square inserts, round inserts that go into the slot that I created here. The way I install these is by a soldering iron, because it heats up the insert and pretty much it goes pretty smoothly on this print. Let me put this soldering iron back so I can put it. And I created a hole where it matches the small notch, so it should be inserted very straight, because you're going to want these to be inserted straight in order to work. Slot them in, and I already have the hot iron on, so it should go pretty quickly. So you just push it in and done. On this side, push it in, done. And those how I install the inserts on here. So that's how I'm gonna connect this whole chassis, is by adding inserts. So if you guys are ever into 3D printing, that's another way to put your model together by using screws. And I did originally want it where you can take the front and the back panel off, because I want them to have access to take out the front and the back panel. So basically the bottom will hold the power supply and the radiator. So the backpack does have a back shell on it. So this is the shell that I designed, and also it's going to be screwed by the inserts as well. So it attaches here, and this is where the motherboard will sit out on this side in the front. So on this project, it is sponsored by MSI. They commissioned me to do this mod for them because they wanted a Helldivers thing. Oh, this is pretty cool. Let me show you guys real quick. So this is the handle of the backpack. Originally I was gonna have it where you can actually be mounted on the case and you can carry it, but don't have too much time, so I gotta get this done, fortunately. So the motherboard will be sit out in front of the case. Take it out. So this is the Z790 Tomahawk Wi-Fi by MSI, and we're gonna use an Intel CPU 14700K on this. That's what they decided to use. So the way this sits, the motherboard will sit out this way like this. So it's gonna be sticking out like this, and the GPU will sit on the outside. And I created a slot here on this side to run the riser cable. So it's gonna run this way out to the side, or from the GPU, go out under the motherboard and into the PCI slot. So that's what's gonna be here. So it should be pretty neat. And this will be the power button. So I'm in the process of everything's already primed. I edge primed the whole thing. And now I'm just gonna take it apart and start doing the first base coat on this. So that's what I'm gonna do now. So I'm doing a 1-to-1 ratio mix on this paint, and it's a gunmetal. I don't know if you guys can see that. So it's a gunmetal color for the outer chassis. So it's gunmetal and yellow. I think that's what the colors are on this backpack.